Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public. So please reach out and subscribe to our channel. We're going to deal with a situation today. It's a very interesting topic that's called in about a couple that's not married, but they're nonetheless sharing the parenting time. They're not ordered necessarily to share the parenting time. And now father isn't returning the child. So let's think about this. They're never married. So unless there's a court order that says otherwise, the presumption is that mom has the custody. Nonetheless, mom has custody, but they're both parents, even though they were never married, right? They're not spouses, but they are parents. So she is saying, okay, let's work out a parenting time schedule. How about alternating weekends? You have the child. The other weekend, I have the child. You know, that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, Dad says, I'm not giving the child back. There's no court order. I don't want to. It's not fair to me, whatever. Well, what does the person do? In that situation, we've had it come up many times before. What we do for our clients, we file an immediate petition for custody, for return of the child, and for the court to order supervised parenting time. Why do we do that? Well, number one, if there is no order that specifies who has the custody, you can say, well, we were never married, so I automatically have the custody. You can say that, but you can't show that to the police. In a situation where somebody's withholding the child, if you have an order that says you're the custodial parent, you can say to the police, here's what I have, here's the order, take it and get my kid back, and at least they have something to go on. So number one, that becomes important. Number two, if he's taking the child and just keeping the child, you need an order of immediate return of that child. And the court is very frequently in favor of granting such orders. And number three, there should be a special order of parenting time. It shouldn't be this loosey-goosey thing that people arrange. It should be on these days, mom sees the child. On these days, dad sees the child. And very importantly, in my scenario, you should be asking that there be monitoring and supervision on the other party's parenting time. Why? Because he already refused to give the child back. In other words, without that, the court wouldn't likely put any kind of restrictions on it, but now he's already withheld the child. If he's already withholding the child, he's showing that he's not reliable to work within the ordinary scope of how we do these things, and therefore the court has to put more restrictions. So you'd ask for supervision. The other side will come in and say, why should we be supervised? Now, if the court believes that it was a misunderstanding, that he thought he was supposed to have the kids a Monday morning, bring them back to school, and she expected him Sunday night, maybe that was a misunderstanding. If you can convince the court of that, the court won't likely take specific action on with respect to the restrictions. But if the court thinks you're full of crap, the court thinks you deliberately withheld the child because you were trying to flex your muscles in this regard, the court's going to impose a warning, a sanction, or a restriction. And if the court does that, expect that that restriction is going to stay until such time as the court is satisfied that you can be trusted. So it's very, very serious, and it's the kind of thing that people should not play games with this. The best bet is if a person wants more parenting time, let them file a motion to extend the parenting time. If you feel that alternating weekends isn't fair, why should you bring the child back Sunday at 8 p.m.? You'd rather just bring the child to school Monday morning. That way you get the overnight on Sunday. You want to do that? The other side want to refile a motion. But this whole idea of withholding the child, not taking the child back, that puts you in a very poor light before the court. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.